Hey, what's going on, fam? Strat here from Strategic Audio, back at you once again with another brand new music production video. Today, we're keeping it real simple and going back to basics. I'm just going to be taking you through a beat that I made yesterday and showing you a little bit of the how the beat was made kind of process. The style of the beat really is a bit of a J. Cole type beat, kind of spanning multiple J. Cole eras, but staying in that kind of soulful, in between laid back and not so laid back kind of energy. Now, if this is the kind of content that you appreciate, please drop the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel to get more videos like this and to support your boy. Also, first link in the description will get you access to free and premium loops and samples that are quite like what you'll hear me producing here in this video. So with this one, I started with a upright piano preset in Piano Tech because I love to start with piano. I'm quite good with piano, and here's how that went. So these are the chords. I'm going to show you the actual chords that I played using the output from Piano Tech. There's a little window at the bottom of the actual Piano Tech plugin interface that shows you what chords you're playing. I'll show you that right now. Alright, so let's move on to the next element, which I think was guitar. So that little simple guitar melody is actually a top line melody that I came up with before I started anything. I did not know I was going to play it with the guitar, but let me tell you, that took me so long to get right. I made mistake after mistake after mistake, and I kept going, and that's a lesson that I can probably teach to younger producers. Keep trying until you get the thing that you want, till you get what's in your head on the, you can't say on the paper, but till you get it down the way you want it or as close to the way you want it as possible. That thing took me like 10 or 15 minutes to actually play without making a mistake. And even then, it's not perfect. I did a video last week about embracing your imperfections. I clearly embraced mine here. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the melodies now. So as you saw there, after the guitar, the inspiration just started to kick in and I went kind of crazy. I added a vocal. That vocal was just to be like a pad, and these soulful types of beats and samples tend to always have some sort of vocal element. With this, the intended effect is to emulate a bunch of backup singers off to the side of the lead singer. Before I move on to the bass, I have to say the vocals came from Omnisphere, not Omnisphere 3, I don't have that yet, but it's a vocal patch that I kind of made. I took a vocal patch from Omnisphere and modified it to make it sound more like how I want it to sound. And then we move on to the bass, which is a sound font. A lot of you who are producers under a certain age don't know what a sound font is, but trust me, check it out and look at the history of sound fonts. They don't all sound good, but this bass sound font is one of my favorites because it sounds pretty realistic. After that, I added a bit of harmony with some strings, some nice lush strings using the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin from Spitfire. And then I went into a good old Contact. I still have an older version of Contact, and I used Exhale to create some vocal chops. Did a lot of sound design there just to make them sound how I want them to sound. And then it was just the drums, which are simple, very simple. As you saw, I didn't do anything too fancy with those drums. And that's just the whole point of it. You don't need to be overly complicated to make something that sounds decent. I think this sounds decent. I love the vibe of it. So if you're not just using samples or loops and adding your drums, if you are more into the composition side of producing, you like to make all your stuff from scratch, this is an example of how simple it can be. As long as you follow certain principles in terms of the music theory behind it. This is basic music theory, learning your chords and your scales, understanding how if you have a bunch of low frequency stuff, you need to balance it out with higher frequency stuff and some mid frequency stuff. You don't necessarily want the entire beat to sound muddy and crunchy, or you don't want it to sound too thin. You need to fill the spectrum, but you don't need to fill the spectrum with melodies that go in all kinds of opposing directions, because then to the human ear that just sounds confusing. It doesn't sound like harmony, it could sound more like cacophony. You don't know that word, look it up. Anyway folks, thanks so much for watching the video. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for commenting below and letting me know what you think of the composition. It truly means a lot for all of your support and all the engagement, any engagement at all that you can put on the videos. Remember, links in the description to free and premium loops and samples that are, a lot of them, similar to this composition / production that you heard and saw me doing here. Alright, it's time to sign out. Peace. And I'll see you in the next video. Now let's listen to the fully finished mix, mastered and arranged production. See you next time.